Hello, hi. This is a little overview video for Shakespeare's Afterlife. Okay, so I'm going to introduce this module by focusing on two main aspects. So the first one is the method in which Shakespeare is studied, and this is through the idea of adaptation, right? Because the objective really of this module is to explore Shakespeare's legacy around the world. So this is done through the idea of adaptation. So how his plays are stretched, as it were, and transferred to new cultures and histories. Another method we use is the idea of intertextuality. So this would be the dialogue which is established between Shakespeare and modern writers, mainly 20th century writers and also film directors, right? So that's at the, I guess, at the conceptual level how Shakespeare is studied, and also I probably should say a little bit about this intriguing title, Shakespeare's Afterlife. So basically, so an afterlife is another way to refer to an adaptation. I mean, metaphorically, I think the word afterlife is more meaningful in the sense that it has a sort of Gothic twist, and it allows us to reimagine Shakespeare as this kind of haunting shadow or phantom who has had this sort of pervasive impact through the centuries, and how many writers and film directors have been, in a way, haunted by these legacies. So, an afterlife of Shakespeare is Shakespeare, I suppose, reincarnated, and where we find these avatars of Shakespeare, these projections. Yeah. What else? Okay, so that's in relation to the way Shakespeare is studied. And then, okay, so secondly, what do we cover? So we cover Shakespeare's some of the major tragedies. So we tend to cover King Lear, Hamlet, Romeo and Juliet. We cover The Tempest, so that is a romance. And so these plays are studied in relation to the various afterlives. And the way this works actually is quite nice, because you have a pairing of, say, King Lear and its adaptation. So one week we study the Shakespeare play, and then the following week we focus on the afterlife or adaptation. So that in a way sets up a really lovely rhythm, and students are not overwhelmed at all, because it means that the week we're studying the adaptation, they're either watching a film, or you can just lie down in bed and read the novel which adapted Shakespeare, or perhaps a short story, and so on and so forth. So that's a really nice toing and froing, where so 1 week we could be in Elizabethan or Jacobean England, but then the week after we could be on I don't know, Miami Beach, a farm in the USA, or we could be on the Argentine Pampas. So it does range quite widely geographically, and perhaps the main thing to highlight is that this module is as much for those who adore Shakespeare as for those who detest Shakespeare. So if you are a Shakespeare fan, there is plenty of badolatry, in the sense that many of these writers or film directors have in some ways projected a kind of homage of Shakespeare. But also the many detractors, because I think what's really interesting about this module within the context of the decolonizing the curriculum movement is that it seeks to make Shakespeare much more accessible, more democratized, sort of less this idea of an elite Shakespeare. And the way we do this is by also kind of knocking Shakespeare off this canonical pedestal. So if Shakespeare is seen as a statue, it's kind of toppled from its plinth. So that's a nice tension which arises through the module. So as I said, so if you love Shakespeare, this module is for you. If you don't, it is also for you, because Shakespeare is centered and decentered, right? Okay, so I hope you find that helpful. If you have any questions, just please feel free to get in touch. All right, okay, thank you for listening, and I hope you found this overview helpful. Okay, bye.